All right, President Biden notably dropping Nancy Pelosi's name there in that interview. I wonder what she thinks about that. We know she has been dancing around reports that she was at all instrumental in getting President Biden to bow out.
It is so well reported that you were the leader of a pressure campaign.
No, I wasn't a leader of any pressure party. Well, let me say things that I didn't do. I didn't call one person.
Okay, we got that going for her. All right, joining me now, Newsmax correspondent Christina Thompson and member of the Wise Guys team on Newsmax, Cara Castronuova. Great to have you both with us here. All right, Christina, I'll go to you. I know we've talked about this before. Nancy Pelosi, how she was instrumental or not in the kind of pushing out of Biden. Now it seems that she certainly was. That's what we assumed. However, that takes me back to, well, wait a minute. So how is this the Democratic process? Because basically the Dems decided, well, Biden can't win, so let's put in someone who can. That's not how it's supposed to work.
Right. Well, she definitely didn't call anyone. Let's get that straight.
She didn't make any phone calls.
She didn't make any phone calls, didn't make any phone calls. Well, okay, what else did you do? Because even President Biden knew that you were at the forefront leading this pressure campaign to get him to stop running for office because, in his words, he was going to hurt the Democratic Party, people trying to rerun, trying to keep their seats if he were to continue running for the presidency.
Right. It seems that there are kind of confused about what the democratic process means, because we know that the Biden-Harris campaign, while it still existed, were saying that democracy is at stake if you vote for former President Trump. But that's exactly what the Democrats did by removing a candidate who wouldn't win, even though he already had all the delegates who chose him.
Correct. And it looks like, Joe Biden obviously wasn't running the show. Other elitists in his party, like Nancy Pelosi, are running the show. When all of the voters around America were begging him to step down, he refused to. And it wasn't until she stepped forward and other politicians that he decided to finally let go of the presidency.
Voters wanted a say, and they still didn't get a say, because when Joe Biden stepped down, Kamala Harris was just thrust into the spotlight. It was decided that she was going to be the nominee. No Democratic voters got to vote on who they actually wanted to see in the ballot box.
It'll be interesting. We're going to talk to some lawyers later in the show, and I want to see if this is constitutional. All right. But also, who's running the country now? I'm not even going to get into that, but I'm just curious because it doesn't seem like President Biden is. But it is officially Vice President Harris's show when it comes to the campaign. The legacy media being accused of fawning all over her. Oh, look, here she is on the latest cover of Time magazine. Headline reads, "The reintroduction of Kamala Harris." And in the lengthy, often gushing piece, Time writes, quote, Harris has pulled off the swiftest vibe shift in modern political history. Now, Cara, that's interesting to me because all that I see there is pull off, shift. It doesn't sound like a good thing, but I know Time magazine sees it as a good thing. But the reintroduction of Kamala Harris, we've known her for almost 4 years. Why is she being reintroduced?
I mean, it just goes to show how manipulative the mainstream media is and how they know that their audience will fall for it. Because like you said, we've seen her for 3 years. We've seen what she can't do. She literally can't do anything. She was the border czar, and she completely destroyed the border. And now they're able to literally rebrand her as this feminist revolutionary, and all women should vote for her, all minorities should vote for her. When looking at her past track record, they should run very quickly away from her, but they've tricked the American minds into thinking, at least on the liberal side, that she's this completely new candidate that doesn't have a really bad track record.
To me, that sounds like the P word, propaganda, Christina.
Right. That's where I was going to go. So I don't think it's the mainstream media, take that out of it, whatever. I'm scrolling through social media, seeing Joe Schmo from Midwest America who knows nothing about Kamala or her track record. All these really young people on social media pushing her up and saying things about her that aren't true to try to get younger voters on her side, to try to infiltrate the brains and the young minds of these very susceptible young voters. And it's really scary to see just what a good job they're doing at it, because we've been having the TikTok conversation for a really long time. TikTok is notorious for doing this.
She's firmly planted on TikTok.
Yes. She's very well regarded and pushed on TikTok, and it's really infiltrating the minds of these susceptible young voters.